the reality of the invisible. This is like the first art book of a longer series, which I'll be introducing to you later. And this is like the basis of my art. It talks about the reality of the invisible, meaning there are things in our life which are not visible, which we cannot see, which we cannot perceive, but they are still there and they have an influence on our lives. And the idea of this art book is that you contemplate on the pictures, contemplate on the sayings which are in it, and see what happens in you. And just see whether you have experiences in your own life which are maybe a riddle to you, which you maybe couldn't understand, which are maybe even causing fear or anxiety. And maybe with this knowledge that there is an invisible world, that there are things which are influencing us which are invisible, maybe with this knowledge these situations might suddenly make sense. Maybe you might even come to the conclusion that there is a higher power in you, there is something in you which is guiding you, taking care of you. Maybe yes, maybe not. These are just questions which I pose generally in my art. I just pose questions, I bring in statements with the idea that you as the viewer make your own thoughts, that you as a viewer just see what happens in you, what resonates, what doesn't resonate. Maybe you'll start seeing your own life in a different way. Maybe you don't agree with any of the statements and the thoughts which I put in my art, but it still might be of big value for you. You still might feel, and I looked at this book in an intense way, I let it work on me, I made my thoughts, and suddenly you might realize that something's different in your life. Maybe you have ideas for problems, maybe you react in a different way in different situations. So I'm really wondering, I'm very curious to maybe hear from you, what happens, how it resonates. And yeah, so I just wish you a lot of moments in studying my art book, The Reality of the Invisible. Thank you very much for listening.